Good morning, Coolest Coast. It's time for Coffee on the Coast. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge. Delighted to welcome to the show Frank Hermans of Let Me Be Frank Productions. Hi, Frank. How are you doing?
Good morning. Got my Highlander grog all set and ready to chat.
And I think you need that to start today because tonight is opening night. Is that right?
It is. We're so excited. This show, uh, of course, is very special to me as I grew up going to Shopko my whole life. It
Yeah,
was,
let's tell people what the show is, right?
yeah, Shop
Shh.
goodbye.
Shopko, say hello to a goodbye. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, right, Shopko has been a part of your life, a part of my life growing up. Tell us about this show.
Well, this show was actually based on a true story that happened in the early 80s at Shopko store number 4 that was on Main Street in Green Bay. And the premise of the story, he was a friend of my brother's, and we're not going to specify any names, but back in the day, Shopko had no surveillance system. And what happened is these kids, they hid in the clothing racks. This was like 1981, 1982, and the store closed. They locked all the doors. And this is when Nintendos first came out. And they stole all the Nintendos from the store, got away. And the only reason how they got caught is they were selling it to kids at the school and stuff for $75. They were $150 retail. And one of the moms walked in as the kid was playing Nintendo on his TV and said, "We can't afford that. How did you get that?" And the caper was solved. He squealed, and it's a true story that happened. Of course, we exaggerate. We talk about the Shopko lady, and of course, all the experiences at Shopko, but it's kind of set with a Seinfeld feel too with the show.
Oh, cool. Okay, right. So what you're describing, right? So Shopko, this ubiquitous store that we grew up with, no longer exists. And is that the play on words, the goodbye, like BYE rather than BUY?
Correct, because their slogan, they had many slogans, but the last one was Shopko, say hello to a goodbye. Well, we want to say Shopko, say hello to goodbye, because, in 2019, and what's funny, Tina, there were stores in Nebraska, Michigan, all throughout the Midwest. There was 139 main stores. Of course, the Shopko Express has opened also, but we have folks coming from Nebraska to see this show. It's crazy. This show is selling like Christmas, and it's fantastic. And we're going to be at the Capitol Civic Centre, of course, Wednesday, April 22nd.
Okay, Wednesday, April 22nd, you will be performing in Manitowoc at the Capitol Civic Center. Are tickets available right now?
They are, and you can, excuse me, get those tickets at cccshows.org. Sorry, I must have breathed in some coffee when I took it there. But tickets are available. It's great 70s music. You'll know every song. And the show is hilarious. It'll take 2 hours of your life. You won't even, think about any problems.
So I know too, growing up, like the Shopko lady was kind of a local, hero. Hero's maybe not the right word, but she was kind of venerated, like an idol, right? Would show up, and it was like, oh, the Shopko lady. Does the Shopko lady make an appearance in the show?
Of course she does, and she's royalty. Now, I had an opportunity to work with Karen McDermott years ago in some musicals that I did at St. Norbert College. Got to know her pretty well. Of course, we don't call her Karen; we call her the Shopko lady through the whole show, and she is like royalty. She is coming to look at our store, to check out our pilferage, how we handle that. And to all the Shopko people that work there, they know that the code for pilferage was Mr. Roberts, Mr. Roberts. That was what they would say over the loudspeaker when they suspected somebody was stealing.
Oh, and what, great play on words, Rob, like
Yeah.
they're being robbed, right, Mr. Roberts?
Boom!
All right, so tell us about the cast. Who's going to be performing this time?
So we did a Seinfeld kind of feel, and I play Jerry, and actually do a stand-up routine and everything to start it. Pat plays Mr. Costanza. He is the manager, so he's always yelling, "No soup for you!" And then Paul Evenson is Kramer. He has got the mannerisms, the sound. He is spot on. And of course, Sarah plays Elaine. Now, Tom and Lisa play the culprits, the robbers. They're all dressed in black, of course, with the masks and everything. And my wife Amy does an amazing job as the Shopko lady.
Do you know if Karen McDermott herself will have a chance to see the show? Have you invited her to the dress rehearsal? Is she still around?
She is, yes. I
Okay.
believe she lives down in Illinois now. I hope she heard about. I don't have any contact information. I know we have a ton of folks coming. In fact, on April 16th, we have a Shopko night, and Shopko employees they can get a code through their Facebook site to get a discount on tickets. So I can't tell that to everybody. You have to work at Shopko to get that discount that night. But I hope she shows up because we do her a good service in this show. She was a very special person, and she was like royalty in this area.
Right, right. I think everybody knew the Shopko lady. Okay, so it's interesting that you're doing this show and there's this camaraderie still amongst people that worked for Shopko. And you said that they're very interested in seeing the show. So you're running at the Meyer. I'm just going to put this up. You open tonight, and it's
Yep.
so tonight through April 26th at the Meyer. That's up in Green Bay. But a one night performance here in Manitowoc at the Capitol Civic Centre on April 22nd. You said the songs are like a 70s theme.
Yeah, it's all 70s. We do everything from Jasmine, from Carol King to Golden Years by David Bowie. It's I guess, amalgamation of all that disco, funk, pop music that happened, and you will know every song. Some might be a little bit of a surprise to you that just made the top 20, like The Boss by Diana Ross. What a great song. But lots of movement, lots of dancing, and of course the comedy. We did our dress rehearsal last night, and our dress rehearsal crowd is pretty. They've been coming for 27 years, so they're tough. They let us know if something works or not, and they were blown away.
Awesome. It sounds too like the perfect tonic for the times that we're in, right? Just a night where you can get away, have fun, just bask in the comedy and not have to worry about anything else in the world for a few hours.
Yeah, and it's very affordable. I mean, ticket prices are crazy out there for concerts. We're right in that $40 range, so it's affordable for a couple or a group of friends to go out, even have dinner before. Capitol Civic Center on Wednesday, 22nd. The show is at 7 o'clock. I know it's a school night. We'll get you out of there at 9:15, but you will leave the show humming the tunes, maybe even remembering a few jokes that happened.
And the show is written by you and your team, right?
Correct, correct. This is I think our 159th musical we've written in the past 27 years. They're all scripted. Of course, we used different genres of music in the 70s. And one of the passions I have, Tina, is conversation. Love writing conversation. A lot of the times, you use what's going on in the world today, plus you, you grab the history that happened before and you put them together and it works. It really works. Like we hit on like Sears and Roebuck. Who would buy stuff, through a catalog and have it mailed to you? That's like old fashioned time. Now everybody does it.
Funny. Well, viewers, if you haven't had a chance to see a Let Me Be Frank's production, I strongly encourage you to check it out. The few that I've seen, oh my gosh, Frank, so much fun. You guys really do a great job. Your cast, the talent is incredible. The live musicians that you have, it's just such a cool, fun, delightful experience.
Yeah, we're very blessed. I mean, everybody in the troupe, our newest member has been with the troupe 9 years. So just to let you know, once they get in and they become crowd favorites, they become friends. I mean, we have 1,500 season ticket holders here in Green Bay, a couple hundred in Manitowoc. Manitowoc Capitol Civic Center is our second home. I believe this is our 10th season. You have to let me know on that. But we do 4 shows a year there. And I live in Brilliant, so it's like, I just takes me 20 minutes. I'm at the show, set up. We love the coolest coast, which of course, Bucks River, and we appreciate you and Jason what you have done for that community. Amazing, and being that both of you come to my shows and you have theater backgrounds, makes me pretty happy.
Thanks, Frank. Hey, and you also shared this. Can you tell us about Frank's tribute while you're here?
Yeah. Hey, have you ever been to Meats Opera House? Let me tell you about this joint. I have a great. It's my heart. I like Saint Nazian because of the school there, the Catholic high school, JFK Prep. I played them in basketball back in the early '80s, closed down in 1982, and I was putting up posters in Saint Nazian, and I stopped by Meets Opera House, and uh, Eric, the owner, his mom is a season ticket holder. She goes, Frank, what are you doing here? She goes, I got to show you our hall. So we walked back there. I did a show there 2 months ago. We did our Elvis and Reba show, sold it out. And so we booked it again. This time I'm bringing Neil Diamond along and George Jones. It's a tribute, Frank's tribute. Of course, Elvis, Reba, Cher might even show up. And that is going to be, I believe, Friday, May 8th, I think is on the poster. Tickets are available. It's dinner and a show. Oh, my God, the food is fantastic. They put on the buffet that's amazing with shrimp, roasted chicken, tenderloin tips, all the fixins, and it's a deal to come out and see this great show at this beautiful historic opera house that was built back in the 1920s.
I have never seen it, but how cool to think about Elvis, Reba, Neil Diamond right there in St. Nazianz. Okay, very cool. You got to check it out. Frank, let viewers know where they can find Let Me Be Frank Productions.
They can find us everywhere. Of course, www.letmebefranks.com is our website. We have all different social medias. Of course, there's the Let Me Be Franks Facebook page. There's the Franks Tribute Facebook page. There's also the Frankly Green Bay Facebook page. And of course, if you want to get a hold of me, 920-371-4070. I'll talk to you.
Awesome. Frank, anything else you want to let viewers know before we wrap it up?
Yeah, we got some cool shows that we're actually working on that are coming to the future that will be all over the state. We're doing a new tribute show called The Leading Ladies, and that's going to feature Ann Wilson. It's going to feature Shania Twain. We got, Joan Jett. So all of our favorite characters that we're due already, Reba, Barbara, Adele, and Karen Carpenter, along with another character, is going to be playing all over the state. And also a Neil Diamond tribute with Paul Evenson with our full band. We're getting the marketing materials right now. We got a couple gigs booked, but we're coming to a theater near you in Wisconsin, hopefully the Capitol Civic Centre.
You guys are amazing. All right, so you want to check out these powerhouse performers of Let Me Be Frank Productions, and you'll be on the stage at the Capitol Civic Center April 22nd, right here in Manitowoc.
Can't wait.
All right. Hey, Frank, all of the cast, break a leg tonight.
Thank you, Tina. Go Coolest Coast!
Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Coolest Coast. My guest, the amazing Frank Hermans of Let Me Be Frank Productions. I'm your host, Tina Prigge. Stay cool, everyone.